I'm glad John said that last point, that if this is Josh Allen or someone else, that they'd be crucified, because that is 100% is what not been happening. Because here we go, Josh Allen,
Oh,
two
please do.
interceptions,
Please
two
do.
fumbles lost. CJ Stroud, 4 interceptions, one fumble loss. National media on Monday, is CJ Stroud the guy? The Texans need to move on. National media on Monday, Josh Allen's the best quarterback I've seen the last 50 years. Josh Allen's the best football player on the planet. Josh Allen is the greatest quarterback to play that position. Blah, blah, blah. So, what is the difference between his performance and his 4 turnovers, which two of them were in the
I
first
just
half,
stated it,
and
but you can't listen.
two of them turned into 6 points, or three of them turned into 9 points for the Broncos, and two of them were in the first half, and one of them was one of the worst plays I've seen at quarterback position right there at the end of the half. You fumble the ball and give it to them with 2 seconds left, they get a kick and field goal. It wasn't his defenses, because his defense, after three of his turnovers, shut the Broncos down. But he turned it over in scoring position for the Broncos to score to get 9 points. So on Monday, no, for them to say, "Oh, this was Josh Allen," this is no, that is 100% false, because all you've heard this week is how the Bills have failed Josh Allen, how all this blah blah blah, he's the best there is. Oh my gosh, it feels so bad. No, I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Josh Allen failed the Bills. Why is he the only one? Why is Josh Allen the only one that took accountability? I got to give it to that. I love Josh Allen. I'm not a Josh Allen hater, but I'm sick and tired of him getting a pass when you're supposed to be the best player, blah, blah, blah. He's the only one that took accountability. That's the reason why he was crying. That's the reason why he was crying, because he knew he screwed his team. He knew he lost the game with his 4 turnovers and those wide open passes that he missed that would have won the game. This was his year. No Patrick Mahomes, no Lamar, no Joe Burrow. But guess what? Like I said, still no Super Bowl. Didn't even get out of the second round. Here we go. If you think Josh Allen is the best player on the planet, here's Josh Allen updated. He is no playoff wins against Patrick Mahomes. Zero. Okay? Never led the NFL in any major passing stat. Never. Never first team All Pro, which goes to the proof point last year. Mr. Lamar should have been the MVP because he got voted first team All Pro. But you know what? The media felt so sorry for Josh Allen. Oh my gosh, he's never got an MVP vote. Let's vote him MVP. It's pathetic. The love fest with the media and Josh Allen. He's never made a Super Bowl, ever. Okay. Now, I hear people all the time, "Oh, he's the best playoff quarterback there is." Yeah, maybe true for the wild card round, because guess what his record is after the wild card? He's 2-6 in the playoffs after the wild card. One playoff game winning drive. One playoff game winning drive, John. One. He's been in a lot of playoff games. He's had one playoff game winning drive. You know who's number two all time on the list? Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Already number 2 on the list. Okay. Now, Patrick Mahomes is already number 2 on the list on almost every playoff statistic. Okay. One road playoff win. And that was this year in Jaguars. And that took Trevor Lawrence's receiver dropping a freaking ball that turned into a turnover. You know what Patty did a couple years ago? Had no guy that had over 1,000 yards total yards on offense at all. No receiver over 1,000 yards, no running back over 1,000 yards. Patrick Mahomes has never had a running back who rushed for over 1,000 yards. He went on the road to your Josh Allen, the number 2 seed in the AFC, beat him at home. Went on the road to the number 1 team in the AFC and the number 1 defense that year, the Baltimore Ravens, beat him. Then he went to the Super Bowl and played the number 1 team in the NFC and beat them. So, Josh Allen, no playoff win. 0 overtime wins for Josh Allen. But he's supposedly the best quarterback there is. But like you just said, CJ Stroud, horrible performance. Oh, are we questioning the guy? Why aren't we questioning if Josh Allen's the guy? Because he turned it over 4 times. 4 times. That is almost, when your quarterback does that, it is almost impossible to win. Almost impossible to win. There's no more excuses for Josh Allen. You had a top 3 offensive line. You had a top 10 total defense. You had the second easiest record in the NFL this year, and you had the running back that led the NFL in rushing, and you didn't get it done. You didn't get it done. They're the first team to ever win a playoff game in 6 years in a row and not win a Super Bowl. The other 3 teams that done it, they won 3 of them: Patriots, Cowboys, and the Chiefs. So I'm sick of this. Josh Allen, great. You know what he is? He's a great fantasy quarterback. But when it matters in real life, he doesn't get the job done, and he's not going to get it done. I don't think he is ever going to win it. You know what? freaking Dan Marino got there early. If you don't, it's kind of a weird stat that if you don't win one or get there in the first 7 years, it usually never happens. Will never happen in your first 7 trips to the playoffs. It usually never happens. So, but let's listen to John spill how it's not Josh Allen's fault, how it's everybody else's fault besides Josh Allen's, and let's hear how John ignores the fact that he turned the ball over 4 times when 3 of those turnovers turned into 9 points. And then he overthrew 2 wide open receivers. So if those turn into touchdowns, game doesn't even go to overtime. You take those 9 points off the board, they win in regulation.
I'm gonna start this and preface this by saying, again, if my aunt had genitals, she would be my uncle. Because the one thing that I just heard you say was Josh Allen can't get it done, won't get it done, hasn't got it done, blah, blah, blah. You know what he has done?
Nothing. Hasn't got it done, John. Hasn't got it done.
Tell me. Did I say anything? Shut up.
Nothing.
Shut up. You know what he did do? Yeah, he turned the ball over 3 times, blah, blah.
4. No, not 3. 4.
When it came down to it, you know what he did within the last couple minutes of the game?
He threw an interception in overtime.
Dylan, because I'm not talking about overtime, jackass.
And he overthrew Dalton Kincaid, who was wide open.
Again, folks, this is the pure definition of not being able to have an intelligent conversation.
No, I'm just telling you what he did. Intelligent all this. I'm just telling you what he did.
Because he simply hates the fact that some people can actually prove him wrong, just like this.
Yeah, he ain't proving me wrong. Here's another good stat for you.
No.
Everybody talks about the
this
Bills
jackass's mic.
Since 2020. Here we go.
We've been doing this for how many months now? He doesn't know how to have a conversation.
Scored the most points
in the
NFL.
Go ahead. This is the Mosby Show. Go ahead.
I've allowed since he don't have any help. I'm just going to tell you. Has scored the most points since 2020. Has scored the most points in the NFL. Have allowed the fewest points. Have the best record and have the best point differential. But you know
keep what? Keep Googling while you're sitting there. Keep Googling.
It's not Googling, John. It's true stats. I sent these all to you.
Oh, it's AI. Either one.
It's all stats. Because you talked about, well, he showed up when it mattered. No, he didn't. He threw an interception in overtime. How's that showing up when it matters?
Because he put the team ahead with a minute left in the game, and the defense gave up the fucking points.
He didn't put the team ahead.
Overtime.
Didn't put the team ahead. I'm pretty sure they kicked the field goal to tie the game, right? To go to overtime. But yeah, you're right. He showed up when it mattered because he threw an interception in overtime.
What happened with the Chiefs? What happened with the Chiefs?
What
happened with the Chiefs?
Oh, I don't care.
That's what I'm
talking about Josh Allen.
Go back to.
Jesus.
If you would shut up and let somebody
when
talk,
it comes to football. So dumb when it comes to football.
Really?
All right, John.
Because did they not?
John, go ahead. Tell me your point.
Did they or did they not, again, be down against the Chiefs when it mattered, and Josh Allen drove the field and scored against the Chiefs with, 13 seconds left on the clock? Yeah, they did. Guess what? He showed up when it mattered as a quarterback of the team to put them ahead. What failed them in that game? Oh, sheesh, the defense. Cool. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense made some good plays. Hey! Good for them. Then let's go to this game. Okay. Yeah. Let's throw multiple interceptions, turn the ball over, blah, blah, blah. But what did he do in the second half? Put them on their back, kept them in the game, brought them back, tied up the game, went to overtime. Yeah, he threw an interception. But guess what? That's trying to make a play down the field. That's what happens when you have to throw the ball 80,000 flipping times to score points because you know your defense can't stop nobody.
So John said that he scored, right, to put him ahead. No, yeah. he kicked the field goal to go
Chiefs
over.
Game. No, dumb. This is where you don't listen.
Oh, now we want to go talk about a game that was like 5 years ago, but not the game that's at hand now that proves everything you said about Josh Allen is completely false.
Folks, look at Mosby here. He can't hear because he's got his head in his phone. I said when we go back to the game against the Chiefs, when it mattered, what happened?
Here's a great stat for you because you're talking about when it matters. Josh Allen had the ball in his hands to win or tied the game in the final 3 games of his last 3 seasons. The Bills won 0-1-0 of those games. Didn't do it. Okay? Here we go. Josh Allen had the best running back in the league. had the best offensive line in the league, all by off of ratings. Okay. Josh Allen had the best pass defense, which they were. They rated number 1 in the NFL in pass defense, but you want to talk about how their defense sucks. Oh, no, didn't do nothing there. Okay. Here's who Josh Allen's beating.
They just gave up 33 points.
Denver's defense ranked number 1. They just gave up 30 points, but you don't hear them talk about that. No,
why? Because he's the best freaking quarterback in the NFL.
You know why? Because Bo Nix made the plays when it mattered. Cost him his ankle injury, but he made the plays when it mattered.
So their defense.
Okay, so here we go. Here's who Josh Allen's beating the playoffs. A 40-year-old Phillip Rivers, Tyler Huntley, Mac Jones, Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson, Bo Nix in Bo Nix's rookie year. Okay. Then Lamar Jackson, who's 3-5 in the playoffs, and Trevor Lawrence. So, yeah. Okay. So it's
no.
We got more.
Take Trevor Lawrence off that list.
Here we go.
Take Trevor Lawrence off that list because you said that the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence would beat the Bills. Take him off that list.
It's going to take Josh Allen at least 8 playoff appearances to reach his first Super Bowl. It's never been done in NFL history. Every quarterback that has started the Super Bowl has done it in the first 7 playoff appearances. Okay? Oh, man. Oh, TJ Ward, who played in the NFL, me and you never did. He said everybody's feeling so bad for Josh Allen. Why? He's baffled. Because you know what? Because Josh Allen's the one that cost his team. He turned the ball over. That turned into 9 points. When he had the ball in his hand to go win the game, he missed a wide open Dalton Kincaid. Okay. Then he had the ball in overtime first. He turned it over. That in turn, all Denver had to do was get a field goal. But let's continue to talk and act like he is the best thing, and the Bills are failing him and all this stuff.
They are.
Blah, blah. Yeah, they are. Yeah,
and they're fixing to have him force a trade because he will probably be out if they don't hire Dable.
Why would you want Brian Dable?
So
that's who he wants.
That does bring this up. Was this warranted right here?
No, not at all.
It should have been.
I mean, the fact that he got fired and the GM got a promotion and a raise is a joke.
Because I think Sean McDermott's a good coach.
He's one of the best coaches in the NFL.